right, welcome to Yard Work this week. Of course, this is the 24-0 drubbing of the New York Jets. At the end of this Yard Work, I will have both Tua Tagovailoa passes, and I will break down exactly what he was expected to do on both plays. All right, here is the first play. Score 0-0. It's the first quarter. It is second down and 4. 11:23 left in the game. This is a play you've seen before. We're going to run it at full speed so you can see it develop, and then I will draw it up for you. There's Durham Smith. It's 12 personnel. Gets out on the edge. Myles Gaskin finds a lane. That's 15 yards. That's a pretty successful run. I will draw it up for you now. Let them get set. Here comes Durham Smith. He's going to set. That's right at the snap, so I'll draw it up for you. First, I'm going to tell you what the defense is thinking about, okay? They have like an overfront right here. It's not quite a bare defense, although it could be. This defensive tackle has to occupy this gap, okay? Ideally, you want to shoot it, but really what you want to do is, to put it quite bluntly, is you want to gain about a yard into the backfield and fall down, okay? Because you just want to cause a pile like right here. These ends, the way that they're playing them, have to get up the field, okay? This linebacker has these responsibilities and then possibly scraping to the outside. This guy has to set the edge, and this linebacker is reading the ball. And he's the flow guy. Okay? These guys are support. All right? Now, that's what the defense is supposed to do. Now, let's see how the Dolphins attack it, right? What they're doing right here is kind of like a crossbuck action. Myles Gaskin's going to get the handoff right here and then come out right here. But what this offensive line is going to do is they're going to double right here. Right? And Solomon Kinley is going to pull and crash on the edge setter. Either kick him out or just completely smash him. And the offensive line is basically going to try to push these guys out the way. And if they can release to the second level, even better, because then it's a bigger play. The key here is Durham Smith. Durham Smith is one of the best blocking tight ends in the NFL, and he is having a hell of a year. When Solomon Kinley comes out here to crash the edge setter, Durham Smith is tasked with sealing to cause this run lane, as the play is supposed to run right through this alley. Let's run it. And keep your eye on Solomon Kinley. In fact, I'm just going to circle him because it's worth it on this play. Watch him. Here's Gaskin. He turned what was about an 8-yard gain into about 15. It's good running. Good start to this game. It was a shame he didn't get 100 yards rushing. All right, this is a great example of excellent play design. Score 0-0. It's second and goal from the 5-yard line. There's 7:24 left in the first quarter. We're going to run it. And you're going to see what the Dolphins are doing here. First of all, they're in 12 personnel. These are two tight ends right here, two wide receivers. That's Myles Gaskin. Now, let's stop it right here. Okay, at this point, they don't know whether it's man, zone, or whatever. Although Ryan Fitzpatrick, as you can see, he's looking at it right here, and he's calling for Myles Gaskin to come into the backfield, right? But if he is keying on this area right here, we kind of know it's man, right? Because look at this right here. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. If you are a defensive back in the NFL, you don't point at people. Because if you point at people, you are telling the quarterback you are playing man-to-man. Right here, he's trying to call if who has who. Is this the 2? Is this the 1? Who do I have? Who do you have? Are we switching? Are you coming up? Are you going to cave in? Are you going to come in for a blitz? Do not point. Use your mouth. Say 1, 2, 1, 2. Obviously, right now this is a 1 and this is a 2. As soon as he comes into the backfield, this is a 1. This is a 2. All you have to say is, I got 1, I got 2, and that's it. Jets don't do that. Bad teams tend to do stuff like that. So what are they trying to accomplish here, the Dolphins? Let's run it really slow until Myles Gaskin is in the backfield. Because this play design is interesting. Look at what's happening right now. He's about to set. Okay, this is what they're going to do, and it's brilliant play design. If you look at the Jets, they got 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders for 2 tight ends, right? Be mindful, Dolphins are on the right hash, okay? Preston Williams, Devontae Parker. This is man. This is man. They got a defensive end right here. Obviously, once they have this alignment, the Jets can count. And there's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 on the right side. So they're going to have to shift over, right? Now, what are they going to have? They're going to have some type of action where they're going to have Shaheen come across, which they've done before, in that wham action, and instead of getting the block right here, they're running these DBs with these receivers up the field, and there's nobody to cover Adam Shaheen, and he just leaks out. He could punt it over there, and it's a touchdown. Let's watch it. Great play design. Keep it slow so you could see it develop the whole way. Ryan Fitzpatrick knows he has man now, and he knows these guys are cooked. Especially since this linebacker has to get out on the edge, and he doesn't. They let this man go. Adam Shaheen has been blocking that man all day. He hesitates. It's pitch and catch. That is about as easy as you can make it. Excellent play design. Good offense. All right, let's give the defense a little love here. Scores 14-0, working on a shutout. There's 9:56 left in the second quarter. It's 3rd down and 6. The Jets did not have a 3rd down conversion until late in this game. This wasn't one of them. So, let's see what the Jets are cooking with here. They come out with a 3-by-1 formation. Dolphins are in dime. Very interesting what the Jets are doing right here, right? You see that? Now look how the Dolphins line it up. Did you see what Nick Needham just did? Told Byron Jones, I'm sticking with my man. We're keeping our integrity on how we lined up. This is Xavier Howard. He has his man-to-man. Nick Needham is the slot guy, so he has Jamison Crowder right here. Okay? And Jamison Crowder is going to come across to try to identify man or zone, and he's going to come right back. But they already have this called, and they have it called already. As soon as he leaves, this is 2, this is 1, and this is the slot guy, which they usually call it a 3. So right here, Nick Needham's saying 3, 3, 3. I have my man. They already have this set up. They have this part of the defense perfectly lined up. They're going to have somewhat what looks like a 2-deep shell. But let's just run the play so you can see what happens. And I want to run it slow so you could see the safeties understand what they're trying to do. Since this is the 3-by-1 side, Eric Rowe is going to come over here. And now they got 4 for 3. Now they no longer have 4 for 3. They have 3 for 2. McCain has his half. Nick Needham has Crowder, man-to-man. Jerome Baker is showing a B-gap blitz, but he's keyed on the back. So, run the play. It looks like a 5-man rush, right? It's not. It's a 4-man rush. Baker has his man. Stop it. At the top of his drop, he has absolutely nothing on this. Maybe the crosser, but if Jerome Baker gets a little bit of depth as he sees him set up, that could be intercepted and it could be a pick six the other way. Very good coverage. Of course, at the top of his drop is when Joe Flacco gets sacked. Now, how does it happen? It happens because of this guy right here. Sam Eguavoen. He caused that sack, and he's nowhere near it. You're going to see how. Christian Wilkins is pretty excited. He's a hell of a player. Been playing well all year. Let's see them set up this rush. Okay. There's Nick Needham. There he is coming back. And I'm going to show you what this rush is designed to do. Get him out of the way. Here we go. All right. Jerome Baker's showing that B-gap blitz, right? He's not coming. But he's making it look like he's coming. He's occupying this guard. They got wide rushes with their outside guys. Shaq Lawson, Emmanuel Ogbah. Emmanuel Ogbah, by the way, has played spectacular. They got Christian Wilkins over the center, which is interesting to say the least, right? So Jerome Baker has this man right here. He has the back coming out of the backfield, so he's going to leak out with the back. So four-man rush, right? So what is Sam Eguavoen going to do? Same thing that happened in the Jacksonville game that freed up Kamagruzer Hill, except this time they're reversing it. Christian Wilkins is going to try to stunt and then occupy the center and try to get him going up the field. But it's important that he has the center. Okay? He has to have the center engaged. Sam Eguavoen is going to crash the center, freeing up Christian Wilkins to go up the field. Let's run it. And run it really slow. See it? Let's stop it. Isn't that a thing of beauty? Not only did he occupy the center, but they stunted their line, their protection to the left, allowing Sam Eguavoen to actually blow up the guard and free up Wilkins. They wanted to run this game on the center. It's going to come out even better because they're going to run it on the guard. Run it and see what happens. Look at Sam Eguavoen. Hits him out of the way. Let's bring it back a little bit. That's Sam Eguavoen. Look what he's doing right here. Look at this. Look what he's bringing with him. The guard, the center. It's a mess right here. Look who's getting freed up to come up the field. Number 60 knows already, okay, it's over. It's a sack. It's a sack on 3rd and 6. Dolphins get off the field. Great play by Sam Eguavoen. Better play by Christian Wilkins getting to the quarterback. All right, the score is 14-0. It's the second quarter. There's 6:25 left. And you didn't think that Adam Gase was going to get away with it in this game, right? Like, he has to get ripped, right? Do you remember those 3 route concepts he used to run here in Miami? You're going to see how one of them blows up in his face as the Dolphins are in nickel. And we're running it slow so you could get a flavor of it and so I can stop it so you can see what the Dolphins are trying to do. Now let's stop it right here so we know what they're doing. It's obvious we're in man. They're bringing this man across the formation. They're in 11 personnel. We are in nickel, okay? Xavier Howard has his man right here. He's following him across the formation. They're calling something out here between the safeties, which is not exactly clear, but we will see what they're going to do. They have a back. They have a tight end. Dolphins have what looks like an overload on this side, which means the tight end is going to stay. They keep the running back. That is now 7 in protection. The quarterback is 8. That's 3 in the route. Dolphins have nickel. They have 5 to cover 3. That is an advantage. So let's run it nice and slow. Dolphins have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At the line, they have 5 in coverage. If you're going to keep in 7, we're going to bring all 6. And you see what the Dolphins are doing. They're cautious. As you can see, Tagovailoa, he delayed his rush because he's mindful. It is 3rd and 6. Here's the sticks, right? They're protecting that. He's mindful of this running back leaking out. He sees this running back is now trying to pick up the edge rusher who's coming in on Flacco. So he's coming too. And they're bringing everybody. So this has to be hurried, right? But look at the coverage. It's man. It's man. This guy has this deep half, which is Bobby McCain. Eric Rowe has this deep half. But now he's leaving it because now he is capable of coming up for any passes that are in the intermediate area. Howard has his man to man. There's nobody on this side of the field for the Jets. 3-man route against 5 guys for half of the field. That is awful play design. I'm sure Adam Gase knows more about offense than I do, but this makes absolutely no sense. Joe Flacco has a little bit of time. He gets a deeper drop to get away from that rush since everybody was coming. So I guess the protection's fine. He gets the pass off. But Xavier Howard is running the route for him. Intercepted. That's Xavier Howard's 4th interception in 4 games. Let's see the protection. And let's run it. Let's run it right through so you can get a flavor for what they were doing. Okay, as you can see, we're going to run it slow and we're going to run it right through so you can see what happens. Here's the back. Here's the tight end. Obviously, you have an overload, right? There's 3 and there's 2 to block. It's an overload. Tight end is staying. Tagovailoa is mindful. He's looking at the back. So is Jerome Baker. Right now, there's only 4 in the rush. Now both guys come as soon as the back turns his back. And here's the pass. Look at that closing speed by Xavier Howard. He's all the way back. Again, 4 interceptions in 4 games. Happy to have him. All right, the score is 14-0. There's 2:19 left in the first half. The Dolphins are trying to put the finishing touches on this game. You got to feel 3 touchdowns is too much for the Jets to overcome. 2nd down and 10. The ball's at the 48. And let's see how they attack it. Jets are in pure nickel. Dolphins are in 12 personnel. And they have a 3-by-1 formation. And I'm going to show you what they're trying to accomplish. Okay. The play happens so fast that you really couldn't get a flavor for if there was anything that was secondary as far as their route combinations or if there were any options for anybody else. But what they're doing is pretty simple. The Jets are very mindful of these guys, okay? Very, very mindful. This is Preston Williams. This is Devontae Parker. Very mindful of these guys. This is Mike Gesicki. This is Adam Shaheen, okay? What they're going to do is very simple. These safeties, since they're in nickel, these safeties are going to widen out, okay, to take away all deep routes, to take away the 9 routes. So this is pretty good scouting because they must have seen it and identified it. So they actually get that part of the defense right. You're going to see what they get wrong. Let's run it. Let's run it slow so you can see what the mistake that they made. See the robber? Now it's a 2 deep shell look. You see it? Let's stop it. Ball's on the left hash. Okay? You got man. Gesicki's going to leak out right here. They are running a 3-way go. Now, how do you play this defense? If you're going to curl to take away this route, and you're going to curl to take away this route, this man has to move up the field. He has to take the deep middle. The middle linebacker in this look has to take away the deep middle. He does not. He stares at Adam Shaheen as he runs right past him. Watch it. Watch it. Here they go. Gesicki has leaked out. It's going to happen, and it's happening already. You see how the safeties are curling out to take away the deep routes? They got that part right. They're definitely afraid of Preston Williams, of Devontae Parker. But while they're doing that, they're opening up the middle of the field, and Adam Shaheen is just running right past them. And as most people like to say, if they're even, he's leaving. He already has his hands up. He knows as soon as he reached the middle linebacker, and he's like, wait a minute. This middle linebacker is responsible for the deep middle, and I'm already even with him. I'm running right past him. Just give me the ball. I should score with this. And there you see, his hand is already up. He knows they blew the coverage, and the ball's getting delivered. It's a thing of beauty. Adam Shaheen running right past them. Now score. Score. Get in there. Get there. Get there. Get there. Get there. Damn. Down at the 3. No matter. They got the touchdown. A play later. Good stuff. Now let's watch the protection. And we're going to run it right through so you could get a feel for what's happening here. Robert Hunt, Solomon Kinley, Ted Karras, Eric Flowers, Jesse Davis. They deserve a hand. They played very well in this game. Jets have look of like a wide 9 rusher here, wide 9 rusher here. They almost jump off sides. They're trying to run some type of stunt. It kind of works, but then it gets picked up. And there's the pass to Adam Shaheen. And I keep hoping he scores on one of these times that I watch this play, but man, he can't outrun Poole. Too bad. Great play. Soon becomes 21-0. All right, the Dolphins are getting ready to really embarrass the New York Jets by hanging 4 touchdowns on them in the first half. There's 29 seconds left. It's 1st and 10. The ball is on the 16-yard line. 29 seconds left. And let's run the play. As you can see, Dolphins are in 11 personnel. And they have a 2-by-2 look, but then you see quickly Myles Gaskin is going to come out here. And what they're going to do is they've already identified zone. So Ryan Fitzpatrick knows what the play call is, right? So let's get him set. And let me tell you what he's trying to do. Okay. What they're going to do is this is a concept that they've ran before. They're going to go up and then across, right? Up, across. And you're going to see this a little bit later in our Chalk Talk on the last play, which was Tua Tagovailoa's completion to Jakeem Grant. And then they're going to run Mike Gesicki across. This is a go route into the corner of the end zone. And Isaiah Ford is going to hook. But I think he hooks a little bit too close to the hash and keeps Poole, which is right here, too close to this hash. Because what Ryan Fitzpatrick is wanting to do is, since he recognized this is zone, I'm going to try to draw these lines for you, okay? It's not going to be easy. But since this is zone, let's do it again right here. And this is the outside, okay? So he has leverage right here, so he's taking away the sideline. Silence another defender, okay? Where can Ryan Fitzpatrick throw into? Well, obviously you want to throw where there ain't, right? Nope. Nope. Yes. Yes. Do you get it? If you don't, you'll see it right here. Let's run it slow. Now it's apparent. It's zone. So Ryan Fitzpatrick wants to see a window pop for Mike Gesicki. He's the nearest man to the rotation, to the formation. So he wants to see it. Let's stop it. He's at the top of his drop, right? Okay, as you can see it, he wants to clear this man. I believe, I don't have any information. I don't have the play call. I believe Isaiah Ford needed to hook a little closer to the numbers to open up this throwing lane right here. Okay? If this lane is open, maybe that ball gets into Gesicki. Other than that, as you can see, the ball's leaving. Poole's not there. It's a touchdown. But Poole is there because he leaves Isaiah Ford. He has his man read. Again, if Isaiah Ford is around the numbers, maybe Poole does not leave his man. It's a poor decision. What could he have done? Maybe Isaiah Ford. Maybe just throw it away. Poor decision, but you can see what he was looking at. It was a really good play by Brian Poole. All right, Tua Tagovailoa is in the game. There's 2 minutes left. Game is over, but they want to try to get the rookie some work. They do it with a play he's run at Alabama, a play I saw him run in training camp, and a play that they like running, and Changeli has been running for many, many, many years. They're in that little pistol look there. They're in 20 personnel, actually, because there's 2 backs on the field. You're going to see this is Lynn Bowden, and I'm going to show you the design of this play. Let's get Lynn Bowden set on the right side of the formation. All right, stop it. All right, and this is what they're trying to do. Tua Tagovailoa is going to run waggle boot, okay? This is Preston Williams. This is Isaiah Ford. This is Lynn Bowden. This is Patrick Laird, okay? This is the design of the play. It's 1 over, 2 over, 3 over. It's like a flood concept. Isaiah Ford is going to hook right at the sticks, okay? That's the first read. Preston Williams is going to run the dig. Okay? And this is very important that Lynn Bowden has to know this, okay? But when he leaks out, he has to hit the edge. He has to bump him and then come to the short flat as Patrick Laird goes to the far flat. Here's the fake handoff. Here's the play action. And then there's the boot. You have to hit the edge player to delay his rush because you're going to allow a free rusher on your quarterback. So this is all timing. Tua Tagovailoa has 3 reads, basically. It's right here, and then the flat. Okay? But the free rusher that Lynn Bowden allows, and I'm going to show it to you now, cuts him to 1 read. And that 1 read is Patrick Laird. Let's run it slow so you can see it. Here comes Lynn Bowden. You see him? He doesn't hit his man. He leaks past him and allows the 2 free rushers. Now there's 2 free rushers when there's supposed to be 1. And maybe if he blocks his man, and let's bring it back. Stop it. If he hits this man, okay, forget about him. You could have Tua Tagovailoa flatten out and maybe set his feet around here and delivers the crosser to Preston Williams for the dig. But allowing the 2 free rushers hurries the clock into his head, and he has to get the ball out. And he gets it out to the safest read, which is Patrick Laird. 2 yards. Let's see it from behind so you can see what he's looking at. That extra free rusher really took away what could have been a big play to Preston Williams. If Lynn Bowden delays him just a bit, maybe he gets that play. But we're running it right through so you can see it. By the way, Breda has no responsibility on this play whatsoever except selling the fake. So here comes Lynn Bowden. He leaks past his man as if he's expecting the ball, but he has to block his man. See, here it comes, that little cross-buck action. And here comes Tua. And you see, if he delays him, he could get flat, but he can't because now he has two free rushers. He does well to get the ball off to Patrick Laird. 2 yards. All right, this is Tua Tagovailoa's second pass of the game. Score is 24-0, and there is no danger here. It's 3rd and 8, but they do want a first down completion here on 3rd down. They do not have one all game. So let's run it. And let me show you what Changeli is expecting of Tua Tagovailoa here. They have that 3-by-1 look, right? It's common for this team. But let's stop it. This is 11 personnel. This is Mike Gesicki. They've already identified zone, as you can see by this right here. Playing 2 yards off of the sticks. They're head up. He knows it's zone. He sees the linebacker where he's poised. And what they're going to do is, this is a zone beater. This is something that they've done all year. This is a play they've hit to Mike Gesicki before. This is a play that Ryan Fitzpatrick has missed to Mike Gesicki before. But what they want to do is this. Since they know it's zone, where don't you want to throw it? Well, obviously where they are, right? As they drop, right? So what you're going to do is that you want to clear people into the sweet spots between the zones. Okay? So this is a go route right here. And what they're going to do is they're going to run Gesicki across as they afford a cross right behind him. And then delay Jakeem across. And basically what you're doing is that you're going to position players in between the zones, okay? Right here, right here. And then you're going to have the guy going to the boundary, which is Mike Gesicki. He can't outrun any one of these linebackers since they're running this corner up the field. This whole area of the field is wide open, but Mike Gesicki has to clear the linebackers to get that ball because there's a clock in Tua Tagovailoa's head. And once it goes off, he has to come off of that read. So let's run it really, really slow. He's seeing it. He's identifying who's the Mike, so that's the center of the play. So he knows he has to see white jersey on the left side of the Mike. If he sees a white jersey on the left side of the Mike, he's throwing it to his number one read, which is Mike Gesicki. See, he's eyeballing it. He still hasn't cleared the linebackers. He came off of this already. He came off of this read already because he's already at a 1 count on his head. So they have Mike Gesicki in his eyes. He's bracketed, right? So he's coming off of this and he's going 1. He's not throwing it here because he sees he has not moved the safety. Safety is still keyed, right? So he's off of this. This doesn't matter. Mike Gesicki has not cleared his man. Had he cleared his man, if there's white on this side of this linebacker, this ball is coming right here and going toward the boundary. But it hasn't. So he's coming off this man. He already came off of this man first because they have him right here, right? Obviously, he's not going right here, so he's coming all the way back to his original read. And look at this throwing lane. That's how you identify zone. That's how you throw to a spot, which is right here. And that's how you convert first downs against zone coverage. Have you noticed how he manipulated the safety a little bit inside because he was eyeballing Mike Gesicki. He knew what they were running. Got the completion. First down. Now let's watch the protection. And mainly let's watch the right side of the offensive line. Solomon Kinley, Robert Hunt. Okay? Looks like they have like some type of wide rush look, right? They're not coming. He knows it. But he did call out the mic. Now watch Solomon Kinley, watch Robert Hunt. And Grant. Tua is 2 for 2 in Hayes' debut. Thank you for watching. Yard work.